Hi, I'm Leslie, and I'm going to take you through a demo of TourAdvantage for MailChimp. Many of our TourAdvantage customers have dedicated marketing departments or a dedicated marketing resource, but a large number of them have what we call a marketing department of one, which also happens to be the same person that does HR and accounting and hiring and managing the tours. So if you want to have a truly dedicated marketing department working for you 24 hours a day, then TourAdvantage is your answer. With TourAdvantage, your company can consistently nurture prospects, helping them to understand why your tour is the best tour in the area, and also upsell customers, getting them to buy that photo package or that drink add-on or extending their kayak rental from 2 hours to 4 hours, all using your message, your product, your photos, so that you can focus on running the other parts of your business. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty, the dollars. These are examples of real-life TourAdvantage customers. What we see from our customers is that their email attributed revenue ranges between 7 and 30%. 7% to 30% is a large range, and the difference there usually depends on two factors. Number one, how willing were they to create a set of upsell campaigns during the onboarding process and get them running? And then number two, how many upsell opportunities does their company offer? Your dedicated email marketing department comes by way of email marketing with MailChimp. Now, there are several different types of email marketing systems out there that are not enabled for e-commerce, and you can even use MailChimp without the e-commerce factor. And those are really great for sending newsletters, tagging customers, collecting email addresses. But when you use an e-commerce email marketing tool, you get so much more. You get the ability to use booking level information so that you can send those emails based on when they purchased a ticket, when the tour is happening, what they purchased when they bought the tour, what they didn't purchase when they bought the tour. What that also does is offer you advanced analytics, so you can begin to see how much money you're making from each of your email campaigns. Now, I know when I say email marketing, most of you think about newsletters, and some of you might be sending newsletters successfully, but by and far, in the tour operator space, newsletters just don't cut it. It's a very old school way of thinking about email marketing, primarily because you don't have a lot of time. So you only get to send that newsletter when you have a spare moment, which may be consistently and may not be consistently. With TourAdvantage, the emails are going to be sent when your prospects are showing interest, not when you have time. So they're much more likely to open them, read them, and act on them because the emails are coming to them when they're interested, not when you have a spare second. The other disadvantage of old school email marketing is that you have to sit down and create that email over and over and over again, hoping beyond hope that there is someone responding. But with TourAdvantage, you're going to set your emails up in the beginning, and then you're going to forget about them. You're going to go on with your life, go on with your business, and those emails are going to run in the background. Now, yeah, you should probably check on them maybe every 6 months, every year, but by and large, you're going to set them up and forget about them, except when you see the money rolling in. Finally, when you're sending a newsletter, especially for those businesses that don't have a lot of local customers buying their tours, you're going to hope that your email reaches either those few locals who are in the area or a few customers who might be willing to come back. With TourAdvantage, a customer's location doesn't matter because the timing is right. So you're able to speak to those people outside of your region before they even get to your location. Okay, so let's talk about exactly what TourAdvantage is. It's a robust integration between FareHarbor and MailChimp, and it's much more than just sending the email address. It's sending that booking level information, and we're going to look further at that in a moment. Your subscription also includes easy to follow online training so you know exactly what to do and the order to do it in. And we'll kick it all off with a personalized onboarding consultation when you sign up. Finally, if you use Werewolf or the Smart Waiver system, then you'll be able to integrate that waiver system with the FareHarbor MailChimp integration, all for free. So all of those amazing automated emails can be sent to all the adults on your tour and not just the person who booked it. I've mentioned repeatedly that the power of TourAdvantage is that you get more than just the email address. So let's look at that on this slide. This is a screenshot of an actual customer that was integrated into MailChimp through TourAdvantage. Now I've got their name and their email address and all the things that you would expect me to have. If I look up here at the top, I've also got a few tags. This person bought the photo package, a child and adult tour on the rafting tour, and then they purchased it from FareHarbor. However, with these tags, we have no idea how much they spent. We don't know when they bought the tour. We certainly don't know when they're taking the tour. We don't have any of that information that is necessary to do really fantastic set and forget emails. But with TourAdvantage, you've got that and more. So let's look down here. We can see that this person purchased 5 items. We know they spent $340, and then we see that they bought the rafting adventure for $125. It looks like they bought adult and child tickets. Additionally, we can see activity information for this person, which we can use to trigger in a set and forget email. In this case, we know the time and day when this person is 3 days away from showing up for their tour in case we wanted to send them an upsell email. Okay, I hear you. Great. You've got tags, you've got revenue, you've got activities. We know what they purchased and what they didn't purchase. What does all that mean? So let's talk about some real life examples of how you can use set and forget email marketing to nurture your prospects and upsell your customers. So the first one I want to talk about is the onboarding series. You'll be able to create a lead magnet so you can collect email addresses from prospects and send emails to nurture them, tell them about your tours, stay top of mind with them as they're doing their planning. And if you'd like to use custom fields within your lead magnet decisions, you're able to do that too. But let me show you an example of what I mean by a lead magnet. This is Lucia City Tours, a fictitious tour company that we use in our training demo. And you can see the lead magnet popped up here. This one was created in MailChimp, and it's 5 gorgeous waterfalls in the region. So people are encouraged to drop their email address in. The system will automatically send out the 5 gorgeous waterfalls, and you've now got their email address, whether they purchase or not. So if they do purchase, we'll be able to see what they purchased. If they didn't purchase, you'll be able to continue talking to them and encouraging them to buy. Now, the next in real life example is probably the most popular among our current TourAdvantage customers, and that's the ability to upsell during the sweet spot between when they purchase a tour with you and when they actually show up. So if you've got other tours to offer or packages, you want to help them extend their rental time, you want to help them upgrade with an add-on, then this is how to do it. We know that more than 35% of Amazon sales come from cross-sells and resells. It really does work. Most of that with Amazon is happening through email marketing, and TourAdvantage affords you the ability to do that too. In fact, I'll tell you, the OTAs are already doing this. When someone buys your tour from an OTA, the OTA will send an email encouraging that customer to add another tour on, to purchase an upgrade, but they're not sending that upsell email about your tours. They're sending them about other tours on the OTA, and we want to beat them at their own game. The next in real life example I want to give you today are about 2 emails that are sent on the day that the person shows up for their tour. The first one's called Check In to Win, and this is a great way to get people to like your Facebook page. We know that in general, if somebody checks in on Facebook, then about 200 other people see it. So send an email about, let's say, 30 minutes, 60 minutes before they're supposed to show up for your tour, encouraging them to check in and possibly win from a raffle every month, maybe a t-shirt or a mug that you could send out. That's really going to encourage people to check in because they're most likely standing around waiting for the tour to start, looking at their phone, and you can leverage that time. Now, the other thing that you can send is a review request. I know Fair Harbor allows you to send review requests out of the system, and if you want to keep doing that, that's great. Our customers who have moved their review request to TourAdvantage have seen a 10-fold increase in the number of reviews. And now, I know that's anecdotal. I don't have a scientific reason for it. It could possibly be from the more branded look and feel that you're able to give those review request emails with TourAdvantage. We're not sure exactly why, but we have seen it happen over and over and over again. Now, if much of this sounds like I'm speaking a foreign language, do not fear. The other component of your subscription is training. So you can see here an example of what our training portal looks like. We walk you through every component from setting up and integrating with Fair Harbor to building that lead magnet to building your upsell workflow. Every part of it is covered in our training. This is an example of the training portal. So I've started a lesson here on the upsell workflow training, and you can see I walk you through every part of the process within MailChimp. I show you how to build the workflows. I give you examples for the newsletters. We hold your hand every step of the way. Here I'm actually in MailChimp. I'm going to go into one of the workflows or journeys as they're called and open it up. This is an example of a workflow that upsells a kayak tour after someone buys a zip line. Just an example of a type of tour-to-tour upsell. You can see the workflows here. We show you how to build that. And then if I click on the conditions, we show you how to manage those and how to build the email. So here's an example of an email. Finally, let's talk about the advanced analytics. This is an example of an analytics screen in MailChimp. You can see the open rates and the click-through rates. Those are the same types of statistics you're normally going to get with an email system. But you can also see the revenue that's generated from each and every email that you send out. And that's because of that order level, booking level integration between MailChimp and Fair Harbor that can only be accomplished with TourAdvantage. It's from this type of analytics that we know that our current customers are seeing between 7 and 30% of their revenue coming from email marketing. I don't want to lie, you will only see those results if you put the work in. You will have to create the email campaigns, those set and forget email campaigns in the very beginning. Now we're talking about days or weeks, not months, not an ongoing email effort, just a one-time setup. Now what about pricing? TourAdvantage for MailChimp is priced at $67 a month or $670 if you buy an annual subscription. I want to point out that that does not include your subscription to MailChimp. So if you have MailChimp, it'll be a wash for you. If you do not have MailChimp, you'll need to purchase that. But your subscription comes with all of the online training that we talked about, that super robust data integration between Fair Harbor and MailChimp that includes email addresses and tags, but more importantly, things that you can't get with Zapier, like all the pertinent booking information and the ability to trigger a campaign 3 days before someone shows up, 4 days before someone shows up, the second that the tour is over, 3 days after the tour. Additionally, you get that personalized onboarding call with us to help you set your strategy. We'll also import your historic Fair Harbor booking data into the system if you'd like us to. That way you can send emails to people who have booked a tour with you in the past. You'll get access to our private TourAdvantage Facebook community. And if you've got Smart Waiver or Werewolf, you'll get waiver integration that allows you to send all of these emails to everybody who came on the tour, not just the booker. That is included free. And your first month is free. So you can take your time, set up your campaigns, and not have to worry about paying for TourAdvantage until it's working in the background, delivering an ROI for you. Now, when you're ready, just click on the link below. It'll take you to the landing page where you can choose to either subscribe with us monthly or annually. Now, what many of our customers do is they want to give it a try. So they sign up for the monthly subscription. They get their first month free. After a month or two, they begin to see that they've already made back the money for an annual subscription to TourAdvantage, and they go ahead and switch to the year, which essentially saves you 2 months every 12. Thank you so much. If you have any questions about the TourAdvantage MailChimp integration, feel free to email us at info@sunstonedigitalmarketing.com.